Hi, I'm Quinn Nguyen at Intercom, the Oil and Gas Conference in Denver, Colorado. Joining me is Steve Jumper, President and CEO of Dawson Geophysical. Good morning.
Good morning, Quinn.
In the third quarter of June 2011, you reported positive net income and deployed 2 additional data acquisition crews. What are the primary factors that drove your third quarter success?
Well, first of all, we need to make a correction. We actually announced the 2 additional crews, the 13th and 14th crew, in the March quarter, our second quarter. We had those 2 crews carry over into the third quarter, had a full quarter of utilization of those crews, and so that certainly was an impact. It's the first profitable quarter we've had since the second quarter of 2009. The first comment I would make is we're extremely proud of our people. We've been in a pretty tough run here for the last 2 years with demand being low for our services and pricing being difficult, but our people have worked very diligently through this entire process and have stayed committed to the product. We've improved the product over the last 2 years. We've increased channel count across all of our crews. The underlying theme here is demand for our services continues to grow. We've been talking about that. I believe we were here a year ago together. We talked about seeing some improvement in demand. So we're seeing demand for our services increase. We're seeing increased crew efficiencies. And most importantly, I think we're seeing some improvement in the short-term utilization rates on all 14 crews. And so over the last couple of years, you know, we've had a difficulty keeping crews up working day to day, but all across the board, it's increased demand level and increased crew efficiency and productivity.
Now, you folks have been in business for over 50 years. How do you use your size and your experience to your advantage to continue that success?
Well, you know, right now we are the largest contractor, geophysical company in the lower 48 states, if you take that measurement in terms of crew count. And our channel count is in excess of about 160,000. We operate 157 vibrator energy source units. I think the advantage that gives us is we operate across 3 different equipment platforms. We've got a lot of flexibility. With the addition of the OYO GSR cableless equipment that we've purchased, we have 24,850 channels. And so we can work in different environments, and we can move our crew sizes up and down to fit a project size. Our ability to meet client timing and client needs is increased. From an experience standpoint, that's really twofold. We've operated all across every major basin in the lower 48 for over 59 years, and so we have operational expertise coast to coast, border to border, but we also have technical expertise inside our company, people who have worked in different areas from a geophysical standpoint. And so I think one of our advantages is we're able to take the equipment base, build the crew that they need, design the parameters, design the survey that best cost effectively images their area of interest, and then we have the operational expertise to pull it off. And so I don't think just the fact that we're the largest and the oldest, I think it's an asset and a people issue.
Now, increasing emphasis on oil and liquid-rich plays continue to dominate the E&P landscape. What makes these plays so attractive from a seismic perspective?
Well, that's really kind of an interesting question because there's a lot of talk here at the conference about moving to oil. And we've even talked about that ourselves. And we were founded in 1952. From 1952 to probably 2003, 2004 timeframe, most of the work we did, overwhelming majority, was oil-driven projects. It wasn't until 2003 and 2004 when these natural gas shale plays became prominent that we moved into natural gas. And so somewhere in the 2003 to 2008 range, we were 95% natural gas, which was new for us. So this isn't a new experience moving to oil. This is going back to where we were. From a geophysical standpoint, from a seismic standpoint, the tool's the same. It's going to show you the same thing in an oil basin as it does versus a natural gas basin. A couple of points I would make here. One is it's increasing demand for our services in wider geographic region as we move back into oil. 2, it's moving into areas that are more conducive to geophysical operations. You're in the western part of the U.S., wide open spaces, large land tract ownership positions, easier to permit, not perfect, but easier to permit, fewer third-party charges. The operational environment is probably the biggest difference, but we're still active in the natural gas basins as well.
Are you seeing seismic conditions continue to improve as we move into the back half of 2011? And what are your expectations going forward?
You know, we've seen steady improvement in the geophysical business and the seismic industry in the lower 48 for the last year. I think we're starting to see our order book fill up. Requests for bids, tenders are up, fairly robust across all basins, all across the lower 48. I think our crews are becoming more productive and our efficiency rates are increasing. So we are very optimistic on the backside of the year and into 2012. I mentioned in our conference call in end of July after our Q3 release that I felt like there was tremendous upside to our business. I still feel that way. I believe that. We have not reached our full capacity and our full potential yet, and short-term utilization rates are improving. So we're very excited about our business opportunities in the back half of the year and moving into 2012.
Okay, Steve, well, good luck to you, and it's been a pleasure talking with you today.
Thank you, Quinn. Enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
I'm Quinn DeWin for OilAndGas360.com.